All right, everybody, we are back. Yes. Okay, so this is a new season of Give It to the People Live. We are in a new location, and let me tell you why. I'm going to turn this down. Ooh, y'all ready? So, for everybody that doesn't know, we have now moved to Durham, North Carolina. Let's go, Bull City. Okay. Now, y'all know I still love my Greensboro in the Triad area, but we are up here in the 919 now. And this is the new home of Give It to the People. So, we wanted to just, take a couple of weeks off so that this way we could come back and give it to the people. And what exactly do we do at Give It to the People? So what we do is we focus on BIPOC, which is Black, Indigenous, and people of color, and women-owned businesses, as well as the organizations that support those businesses. So you may see some entrepreneurial support partners come on every now and then, but most of the time what we do is we interview amazing business owners that have these wonderful different concepts, different ways of doing things, and then some businesses that maybe you just don't necessarily think about, but that they are necessary. Today is one of those businesses that I met this young lady at Fiberspace, because Fiberspace is a co-working space in Greensboro, North Carolina, owned by Sheena. And the thing about it is I went to a little lunch and learn, right? And the young lady's there, and it's me, her, another young lady. We're talking, I'm going ahead and trying to impart a little piece of wisdom, and she's just giving all this goodness back. And I love it when people listen. So let me tell you, when they have a great business on top of that, it makes it even better. So today our guest is Amanda. And Amanda Pone, I want you to just tell the people about your business, because one of the things is I think that you have a unique business that a lot of people need, but don't necessarily start as a business because they go to the established people, right? So tell them about what you do with B&T Scrubwear.
Yeah, so I am the CEO of B&T Scrubwear with a Purpose, where we provide quality nursing, medical scrubs, not just to the healthcare professional. We have non-medical professionals out there too. So we have scrubs and accessories so that you can purchase online.
Yes. Now, what is unique about that is I don't see, now I'm going to just say it from this perspective. I see a lot of Black women in the medical profession, right? A lot of nurses, doctors, all of that, dentists, hygienists, all of that. But I don't see a lot of them doing what you're doing. And it is something that is necessary for their job, for them to have to be in uniform. So why do you think you don't see as many Black women taking the initiative to do a business similar to yours?
I think because it's a lot of work. Just to be honest, it truly is a lot of work. The vision, is to help others in the community look and feel their best while performing the service to the public. But like you said, if you have a brick and mortar, you can just easily pop in, pop out. I know you can go online as well. Like I said, I'm established online, and it's easy, as simple as click, 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 send. COVID brought about a lot of that, just surfing in there and purchasing what they need. So like I said, it's a lot of work. If you're willing to put the time and effort in it, it could be done.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you were already a medical professional, so you saw a need, right?
Yes.
That was there. Now, when you saw this, what made you say, "Listen, I can provide things that are a little bit better"? Because I think that's one of the biggest things that people look at is quality. And sometimes when people go online, they want to feel, they want to touch, they want to see what it's like, so they don't get the opportunity to do that online. But your quality is there, and you do pop-ups also, which allow people to be able to come and touch and not just be online.
Right. So with my set of uniforms, and I do have traditional, your standard that you would use for trainings as far as being in schools and classes. And then I have the premium to where, the popular joggers, the different styles, colors, and feels. So, and, I go up to a range up to 5X. So we have plus size young ladies, and I do have unisex for men. And a lot of times you could be, proportional different from the bottom. So you want to make sure that you provide that need for the community, and that's what I do.
Yeah, because I mean, when you try to go get something and child, it does not fit on the top. When I had that whole conversation before about, it looked like it was good. The top will fit, and then you get to your thighs, and it's like, no, ma'am, we're not going anywhere. And so you being able to
Absolutely.
kind of know that is a thing that's very specific to your customer, because oftentimes you will face that one part doesn't fit the way that you need it to.
Or you have that what we call with the young ladies the gap in the back. So you want to make sure, and I do have some styles that have that waistband that
Mhm.
covers everything, so you're not showing all that you need for the public to view in terms of uh, your uniform.
Yeah, and that definitely does make a difference. Now, when we talk about professionalism, can you talk to how having, the proper equipment, how that uniform can make people feel more professional when they are rendering services?
Right. So the whole concept, when you're providing a service, when you look good and feel good, you know that positive energy is flowing throughout. So you can provide that great customer service. Not to say you won't do that if you're not having an okay day, but when you step out and like, okay, I look good, everything is fit, everything is smooth and put together, then I
Mhm.
can go in and take care of Mr. Smith or Miss Smith
Mhm.
or whatever your job may entail, or taking care of animals, because veterinarians have to wear uniforms too. So you look good, and that trickle effect comes down while you're providing the service.
Yeah, and it does make a difference, I think, in your attitude, because I think when stuff fits well, you definitely get a sense of confidence with that. And
Right.
I want to, touch on some things that you're mentioning, because when we think of scrubs, we automatically think hospital, right? We think
Mhm.
maybe even nursing home, but you're going outside of that and saying even the veterinarians. And so some things we don't think about. But if we had a conversation previously where there was a young lady and she was cleaning houses, and you
Mhm.
were like, well, this could be your uniform, right? And it's something that people don't think about. But I think that the way that fashion has also shifted, can you
Right.
talk to maybe more of the trendiness of scrubs, where it doesn't just look like, like when you see ER, on on the shows kind of thing.
Right.
And it's just those same scrubs, but now it has turned into a little bit more of a trend of people not just wanting to be comfortable, but also wanting to be fashionable when
Mhm.
they're actually wearing their scrubs.
Right. So you said the fashion. So days are gone, like I said, of the traditional style, which we still offer. But when you're doing certain tasks, certain things are better. Like for physical therapists, say for instance, they're moving and stretching and like, we would offer them our premier jogger set. So it conforms to your body. It doesn't look bad, but you're able to maneuver around. So whatever your business is, we try to focus and hone in, for that, so we can give you what you need for your service.
Mhm. Yeah, and that makes a difference though, because I think if you're talking about even wearing it on the weekend, right? So
Right.
even if we don't have this type of business, but we might want to have a uniform, right? And so one thing that I think I saw this years ago, and they were saying, decision fatigue is a problem for a lot of people, literally just trying to figure out what to wear every day, right? And
Right.
everybody, y'all remember being in school and you used to have to pick your outfit out and then get ready to go to school and you had to figure out what you were going to wear. But they were saying that the millionaires, they usually wear the same thing over and over again because they have so many other decisions to
Mhm.
make that their uniform should not be a thing that they have to worry about. So they'll probably wear the same like t-shirt, but they'll have multiples of it, and the same type of pants,
Right.
but it'll be multiples of it. So for business owners in different businesses, can you give us maybe some different types of areas where the scrubs that you sell could become their uniform, because they don't need to worry about making all of those decisions every day? They can just pick up and go.
Right. So again, like with healthcare workers, such as group homes or nursing homes, or even health care. I mean, home health. Your home health, you just, like I said, you pick out colors. If you have a standard color that you have to wear, for instance, blue. So we have different types of styles that would accommodate you for blue, right? So you just, like you said, pick up your blue scrub, pick up your blue jogger pant, and that's your uniform for the day. And two, our materials, when we're talking about not thinking
Mm-hmm.
so much into it, they can pop into the dryer, pop out, so you don't have to use an iron. So that takes
Oh.
time. So even like this material here, you don't have to iron it. You pop it in the dryer, pull it out. Whether you hang it up or lay it flat, you're good to go.
Okay, and see that right there is a time saver because nobody wants to iron anymore, and steamers and all of the rest of that. So this way, you just pop it in, and now boom, you don't have to worry about being wrinkled, which also gives you another whole thing on the professional appearance. So
Right.
where do you see BT Scrubwear going? Because can you tell them like how long you've been in business, but what do you see for the future of the business? If we're talking about, I try not to go too far in advance, but let's just say if we say 3 to 5 years, what do you see for it?
3 to 5 years, I can see myself definitely working on getting a brick and mortar, even though we're online now, and I've only been in the business for a year. So I can see having a brick and mortar, but again, providing the style for that time, the need of the community wherever I'm located at, continue to be mobile and continue with the pop-up shops.
I love that. Now let me tell you, God bless me, honey. Where is the tambourine? Okay, hold up, because you know what? I've been gone for a couple weeks, so Tammy has been on the shelf. Okay, so everybody that knows Tammy, this is the tambourine. Okay, she comes out when good things are here. But I just got this vision for you. And sometimes I like to prophesy when it comes to people's businesses and where I see some things. And I'm always interested just to see that journey that a person sees them taking themselves. So one, I want to say I really love the fact that you are online, okay, and that's your primary thing, because then that helps you to cut your costs up front, right? And then you don't have to worry about paying rent and trying to sell everything. So for any business owner that's out there, if you can start out the way that Amanda did, start that way and then go ahead and transition into something that might be a brick and mortar. I also love the fact that you do the pop-up shops, which allow people to then come in person. And let me tell you why I think that's a good idea. Because then they get to meet that little chocolate face right there, honey. When they get to meet, and she has such a great personality. I mean, like, that's a whole nother thing that to me makes me feel like, let me spend with you, right? Because I'm supporting a small business, a Black business, a woman-owned business, and you're right here local in the community, right? So to me, that's the other thing. But let me tell you about this transition. I see a good contract with possibly the military, okay? All right, because they need things.
Okay.
I see also that you could be in somebody's hospital. Okay, I don't know who it is, right? But you are the vendor that is in the hospital. So all people have to do is just get off their shift and come down, and they can just buy. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't see you having like just your regular brick and mortar. I see some big hospital and you're in there and you could do something like that. Now, hold up. Let me tell you one more thing. So I'm also seeing, and you might not have thought about this, right? But I'm also seeing that you could possibly be located in an airport.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you why. People don't think about the airport. Now, I'm not saying, maybe not Greensboro, because Greensboro don't have enough traffic, right? But if you want a good airport with a lot of traffic, imagine how many people come through the airport, right? And how many medical professionals are there? How many people need that? How many people just need clothes to change out of, right? And so just buy scrubs just to buy them because of comfort. And I feel like those would be some areas that I would love to see you in. So what do you think about any of that? What do you think about that?
Okay. Hey, the possibilities are endless with B&T Scrubwear because we're here with a purpose. So we're trying to service the community. So I love that idea. Definitely with the airports, that's different.
Yes. And that's where something I see that. It is just because, one of the things that I like about your business is when we talk about just being in business in general, a lot of things are they need based? And I try to tell people a lot of our businesses, people don't have to have them. They want them. However, in your industry, they cannot go to work in just whatever they want to. They have to wear scrubs. So it's kind of like, like when you have to pay for toilet paper and how, COVID, everybody's running out of toilet paper, but we needed it, right?
Mhm.
In your industry, it is a necessity. Now, they could get it from somewhere else, but why would they? Why wouldn't they just come to B&T Scrubs, right? And I think that something like this could make a person who was just randomly buying scrubs offline make a decision to spend with your business because they understand the value that you're trying to bring, and you are a health professional. Can you give them just like a little background on what you do outside of B&T Scrubwear?
Okay, so yes, I'm a nurse by trade, of course. I've been a nurse almost 20 years. Right. And before that, I was a CNA.
Okay.
So I know about, again, working with all types of individuals in the community. So ever since I was 12, I always wanted to be a nurse. That was it, hands down, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And because I love helping others. So with that, I work as a travel nurse. So when you said working in the airports, I get it because the travelers are traveling.
That's right.
Well, that is perfect. Great idea. We can work on that. And like I said, just nursing, having that passion to help others, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, with you having that experience, one of the things that I would think that over the years and with some of your scrubwear, accidents that happen, right? Can you speak to that with the scrubwear that you have and like the material, how
Mhm.
that can help avoid some of those accidents? Because those old school traditional uniforms,
Right.
if something happens, it just happens.
Right. So, like I said, with the traditional uniforms that they have for clinicals and class, um, they're just standard, right? So with our premiums and just in our other general scrubs, they have that fiber and material with the four-way stretch and a blend that now where it beads off and repels and not hold moisture
Mhm.
and also prevent the bacteria from growing in the material. So
Mm.
that's what we provide. That's what we offer in our scrubs.
Mhm. And
So
yeah.
yeah, that's a need now. Definitely from yesteryears, like you said, with the traditional scrubs, when you got to stain, you got to stain, you got to scrub, or throw it away.
Mhm.
Now it beads off, repels off. You just wash and go.
Yeah. And see, that's what I wanted people to know because, I mean, if you're in nursing or any type of business similar to that, you know that you're going to get a stain, right? If you're like me and you're eating and you're a messy Jessie sometimes and you take a bite and then stuff's all over you and now you're messy for the rest of the day, right? And then you don't feel as good because, it's not looking as good. But
Right.
now you have this new technology that's out there that is good for the visual look, right? How you feel, but then also that movement that you mentioned, similar to like when we were talking about the physical therapist, where it's not just scrubs, right? Like there is a whole nother component that goes into it. So is there anything that you want people to know about B&T Scrubwear that I haven't asked you yet? Anything?
We're here to offer services in the community. We're awesome. We're amazing. We're very personable. We want to make sure that we are giving you what you need. You know what I mean? Like you say, you walk in the store, sometimes they may not have the top, the right size, or the right bottom. We try to tailor to you and your needs.
Mm-hmm.
And we meet where you are. And we
Mm-hmm.
have affordable, cost effective uniforms and supplies.
Okay. Now, when you say affordable, can you give us kind of like a range, like for something like you were talking about, like the four-way stretch, all of that?
Mhm.
What can a person expect if they're getting a set of scrubs, like a top and a bottom, typically?
Top and bottom will run you around $50 to $60.
That's not bad. That's not
That's
bad
not
at all.
bad at all. And then, like I say, your standard uniforms, we have some for $30. That's still um, affordable and it fits the need for you. Like I said, whether you're in school or you're just starting out
Mhm.
and you're not ready to go to the next step premium, we have that affordability for you.
Mhm. Now, one thing on your scrubs specifically that you're wearing right now, you
Mhm.
have your logo embellished on it, right?
Right.
So for anybody who doesn't know, if it was just regular, then and I'm talking about most stuff for my business owners, not just my employees, but that wouldn't be necessarily considered a uniform until you go through the part and you actually put the logo on it. And then that's when it becomes tax, tax write-off. Can you also, or do you offer the services to do like any embroidery, anything like
We
that?
do. We do, and we tell clients that we're not overnight, so it takes time to get your logo and whatever you need in embroidered on it. It takes up to about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But once they do that and they've spent that money to get the actual scrubs and to get the embroidery, then that's when it becomes a tax write-off because of the fact that it is a uniform that you're wearing.
Right.
So that's why I asked you that question earlier and then bringing it back around, because I want people to see that even if you're not in the medical profession, but you do want to have something that is a standardized uniform, this could be another way for you to do that, support a small business, and still be able to write it off for your own small business. So I'm just telling you ideas, y'all. Y'all better think about these things. Now, if a person says, listen, Amanda, I love it. We have a school, we have, our hospital, we have our clinic, whatever it is. Will you come to the people to bring the scrubs to them to do the pop-ups for them?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we will set up times and we call it fittings. And we'll go in, have a custom fitting for each individual. So we'll know their needs, right?
Okay.
We give you, I'm an extra large, she's an extra small. She can't fit. And I can't fit. So we have that custom look for each person, and we'll get those measurements and sizes, and we'll formulate whatever they need, what colors and styles they choose, and then we'll get them to them.
Oh, okay. So this is a good custom service right here. And so with the fittings, then you don't have to think so much. You just need to really bring your body, right? Try on some things, see what you like, see how things fit. And then, you can go forth and make your purchase with that. Now, with the purchases, what do you accept? Like online? Because there's everything credit, debit. Are there any like payment options? And the reason I'm asking that is because, you would also have somebody that says, well, look, I want to get like, 2 weeks worth, times $60 or so, what I'm saying?
And we do have those. Yeah, we do have those payment options. Afterpay, and we have PayPal, and it's another one. You caught me off guard, but I do have.
I think you said Klarna. Did you say Klarna?
Klarna, yes. It's so many out there, but yeah, we have those affordable features because, like you said, if you're a baller with a budget, we are still there to help you with that. And we go up to 4 payment options, and we provide that service. Yeah.
Okay. And I needed people to know that because somebody may say, okay, well, look, I can only afford to get 1 or 2 right now, but they need like a week or 2 worth of, clothing.
Absolutely.
It gives them that flexibility to be able to get their stuff up front and then be able to pay over time.
Right. Because everybody is on a budget, I hope. But if not, we provide that affordable service that you can have that payment option.
Yeah, I love that. And that's a wonderful thing because that's what I'm saying. I think, there's so much that, like technology has given us opportunities to be able to do things that we wouldn't have been able to do before, specifically as small business owners. And so that's an important feature for people who are looking to spend and then also want to kind of extend their budget out a little bit. And so that gives them, all of that flexibility. So I love that. All right. So we are almost to the end of our interview. But can you tell us, is there anything that's coming up that you want us to know about?
Not right now, but stay tuned because we're going to be working on being featured in the airports near you.
Look, I just love to give people ideas, right? And see, this is why when I told you, I said she listens and she does, And the thing that I love about you is from when I met you to now, I see the growth in the things that you're doing in your business, right? And I look at people like when they say, okay, yeah, I want to come on the show or whatever like that. And I mean, it's not like we're syndicated. It's not like, this is, on regular television, anything, but that's okay because it could come one day. But the point is that you are about your business and you know your business. And to me, that's an important factor because it's a lot of people that start some stuff, but you can't have a conversation, right? Like they don't really know who they're servicing. And so the thing is to work with people who really do. And I like looking at your social media because it always looks crisp and clean and easy to understand. And it always, to me, seems respectful of the people that you're trying to serve,
Right.
So with going forward, and just kind of looking at some of the things that you're doing to grow your business. Is there anything else that you're going to be attending or that you want to learn in order to just extend this brand, or any place else that you might see yourself?
Well, I see myself just like you said, growing and learning. So you learn something every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I welcome knowledge on a regular basis. So I'll be attending more events as far as for the small business owner, how to scale your business, working with our local Chamber of Commerce, with them and collaborating with other individuals in the community to help serve the people. Like your slogan, give it to the people. I'm here to serve the people.
I like that. I mean, I think that there's so many people that probably need what you sell and they didn't know it until now, right? So if you guys paid attention when I put the the title out there, I was thinking about no scrubs, right? That's what I was thinking, and I was like, but you need these scrubs, right? Now
Right.
we don't need some of the other scrubs. But we
Yeah.
want you to get these scrubs. And I think just people kind of expanding and saying, okay, well, you know what, that makes sense. Like this is something I could use on a regular basis. This is definitely something that I could use as a tax write-off for my business. But this may be, if I'm an employee, something that I have to have. And now let me support this small business. Okay. So tell people where they can find you online.
Okay, I'm online on www.bntscrubwear. That's one word, btscrubwear.com.
Yes.
And I'm on social media at BT Scrubwear. Everything is the same at BT Scrubwear, Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, yes, yes. And so if people want to reach you, then they can go on there and they can make their purchases,
Right.
and we'll ship it directly to them. And in this way, they got their scrubs, they are good to go. And then all they need to do is keep on reordering, right?
Right. And if they have questions, like you peruse the website and you don't see a particular color, you can email me at info@btscrubwear.com and we have that conversation. So if you're saying, oh, I need a bright pink and I don't see that in my size, email. We customize, we help you make
Okay.
sure that you can get what you need.
Yes. And again, you also said you go up to a 5X as well.
5X.
Now, you don't see that many things out there. Definitely not in the regular stores.
Right.
So being able to have that flexibility is definitely something that I think people need, because we have a whole range of different sizes out there.
Right.
Even people that are like even extra smalls, they might not be able to find some stuff, right? So when you start to think about, who needs your product, that's why I really wanted to interview you, because I feel like sometimes you have to make people understand that they need, right? You have to educate people about what you have, and then they understand it, right? Otherwise, they were just like, oh, okay, well, scrubs, right? But it's like, no, you need these scrubs.
Right.
And that, to me, that makes a big difference. Okay, so if we're going to leave people with either a word or a phrase or thought of motivation, what would that be?
Keep going.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Yes. I like that. I like that. I definitely like that, because it's very easy to stop.
Right. You can say, okay, I don't want to do it no more.
Just give up.
You have to keep going.
Yes, I love that.
And don't stop.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Well, Amanda, I want to thank you so much for being on. Now that we have this new season kicked off and started off, and everybody, she already told you how to contact her. Go to btscrubwear.com and go ahead and order your scrubs. And I would say for my business owners, get your custom scrubs with your logo on it, so that this way you can go ahead and get that tax write-off. And everybody else, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and just get your scrubs, because she has them. And this way you can be professional, you can feel great, and you can feel confident when you go out in your uniform every day.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. You have a great day. And everybody else, if you're watching on the replay, you can still leave comments. So feel free to do that. We love comments after the show. And if you are watching live, we appreciate you guys for watching today. Make sure that you always show up and show out, and that you do what? That you continue to give it to the people. Bye, y'all.
Bye.